Hello guys and welcome to my channel. In today's episode, me and Pradyumna will be breaking down India's fixtures in the upcoming Intercontinental Cup as well as the SAFF Championships, giving you our expectations and a few predictions as well. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and let's get on with the video. Pradyumna, I think the first, the real test for the national team is the Intercontinental Cup, which is going to be held from between June 9th and 18th in Bhubaneswar. So I think firstly, I really hope that the fans turn up and, really create an atmosphere that gives the players the boost that they might need to, go and give that extra 10% and, win their tackles, win those, the second balls and, really put on a show for the fans. So here's a real humble request for everyone to show up. So I think, now coming to the teams that they actually will face, they are set to face Mongolia, Vanuatu and Lebanon. I think clearly Lebanon is the team that we will be challenged by. I think Mongolia and Vanuatu we are expected to beat, and as you mentioned, it should be an opportunity to give a few debuts or try a different squad, a different system, and try different combinations. What are your thoughts on Lebanon? What do you think our chances are, and what are your thoughts on the Intercontinental Cup in general?
Yes, since we're going to face Lebanon in the Intercontinental Cup, and then since we're going to face Lebanon in the SAFF Championship, and then since we're going to face Lebanon in the Medica Cup, and you see, it's just Lebanon in 2023. 2023 is just New Delhi versus Beirut. It's just as simple as that. Who parties harder? The party capital of the Middle East coming against the party capital of South Asia is what should be Indian football's tagline for 2023 as far as competition goes. But targeting Lebanon practically looks like a very good idea only because of the FIFA ranking, only because they're a technically superior opposition coming in from the Middle East. So we also get a fair idea of how the Middle Eastern teams also fare in their areas as well. Lebanon was also a participant in the Arab Cup in 2021. I have actually got the opportunity to see the Lebanese team play. Might as well, let's say that they are technically far more superior, not really, but we can pose a threat to them as much as we can. Given our day, given our chemistry that can work on the pitch, we can actually outclass Lebanon. I'm not saying convincingly, it will be a very tough fight, but initially the first two games that we play against Lebanon in the Intercontinental as well as the SAFF Championship, those will be tough. Once we get to know what the Lebanese team is all about, once we get to know how a Middle Eastern team tries to get into the zones, or because Lebanon is practically a representation of how the Syrians would be, or how the Omanis would be, or how the Qataris would be, how the Saudis would be. A practical demonstration. I'm not saying exactly like that, but since they pose that threat of not just physicality but technicality, tactical, the chemistry that they possess on the pitch, or the sheer brilliance that their coach Alexander Ilic has been displaying for the Lebanese national team. So let's see how this team responds to the Lebanese challenge. It's all about how you respond to a particular challenge that is posed by a team like Lebanon, because we don't know them. We don't technically know them in the recent past. This was going to be a fresh experience going into a new generation of talent for a team that is coming up and fresh from the season. So for Lebanon and India to face, good contest, learn from it, don't take the result seriously, take the learning lessons and move on.
So, Pradyumna, these are the groups for the SAFF Championships. As you can see, Group A consists of India, Kuwait, Nepal and Pakistan, with Lebanon, Maldives, Bhutan and Bangladesh forming Group B. So quickly, I think, first, most importantly, I think we should look at our own group and, get out of the group before worrying about the other group and their teams. So with Group A, I think, quickly, I'll just give you my thoughts. I think it's definitely going to be, I don't want to jinx it, but I think it's pretty clear that, I think India and Kuwait will make it out of the group, with Nepal maybe giving us some issues, but I think we should be able to see them off. And Pakistan, I'm not really sure what their situation is right now, given their national team and their mix of, they're trying to get players from overseas who are playing abroad, but I'm not really sure on the level of their team right now and the whole cohesiveness between the manager, the players, and their tactics and stuff. But with Nepal, I think it's going to be a tougher challenge, but I think India will see it off, and certainly the biggest challenge is going to be Kuwait. So Pradyumna, what do you think? What are your thoughts on Kuwait?
Again, Kuwait coming in from the Gulf, a Gulf team, showing their prowess, not just in the Asian Cup qualifiers recently, but also in the Arab Cup qualifiers. So again, they've also participated in the Gulf Cup, which was held after the World Cup was concluded, which was held in Basra in Iraq. So Kuwait has had a complete competitive international game experience in the recent past, completely as in the past 2 years. Even during the FIFA international windows, they were playing some really good games. But the real challenge, I think, India versus Kuwait does look like a real challenge for the Indian national team, especially given that we are going to play in a climate that actually certainly resembles to that of Kuwait a little bit. Correct. So Kuwait is going to be very comfortable while playing in India, especially in that weather in the earlier monsoon seasons in India. But if you're a non-football fan, please don't worry. This is India versus Pakistan, the football fixture, not the cricket fixture. It's not going to be Virat Kohli versus Babar Azam. No chance at all. It's going to be Sunil Chhetri, who is going to face a team against whom Sunil actually scored his first ever international goal for the Indian national team. It was against Pakistan. So it is going to be a very special occasion, because a Pakistani team playing a sports tournament in India is actually like a special occasion, because given the entire scenario out there, a Pakistani team coming here itself is like a great thing for a sport where we could actually see some competitive action after so long, India versus Pakistan in a football game. So really looking forward from a spectator point of view, and not just the game point of view. Yes, Pakistan has had its own issues, their entire sports infrastructure going through a revamp, and then their football taking a massive hit. You are absolutely right with the non-Pakistani players coming back to Pakistan, and they're trying to fix the nationality issues. But overall, when it comes to the real competition, Kuwait should be a really good fixture. Nepal, I mean, we are out of all these teams, you're the only team that has qualified for the Asian Cup. We're the only team that has qualified, apart from Lebanon. That is also in the other group. So I think we should show the rest of the group why on earth we are in the Asian Cup in the first place. Then only we can actually put a statement to all those people out there saying that, hey, we are not just there to face Syria, Uzbekistan and Australia just like that. We are here there to compete. This is one opportunity to show them.
Perfect. So I think that's quickly our thoughts on Group A. Now, just running through Group B, I think it's pretty clear that Lebanon is the favorite of the group, and between Maldives, Bhutan, and Bangladesh, I think if I had to put my money on someone, it would be probably Bangladesh to scrape through and maybe get into the semi-final spot. But with Bhutan and Maldives, I think if I'm being really honest, I don't know much about their team, so I don't have huge expectations from them. What do you think?
Maldives and Bangladesh, two countries which have had one special connection in the form of a Spaniard coach that goes by the name of Oscar Bruzon. A very dear friend of mine when we were working in Mumbai FC, when he was the coach for I-League during its last days. So I could personally connect with him. I could see the kind of play he has, the kind of attitude he has, and he was a winner. Everywhere he went, he had that winning mentality. Wherever he went, just a little bit of time shortage and things could not have been more than downhill for Mumbai FC. But nevertheless, whatever he did in New Radiant SC in Maldives, and then Basundhara Kings in Bangladesh, and also if you recollect, he was also the national coach of Bangladesh in the World Cup qualifier group as well. So he's done some fantastic job with the Bangladeshi national team, along with the Basundhara Kings, providing talent to the national heritage, I should say. And also he has transformed the national footballing scene in Maldives. So it's like Oscar Bruzon's work is on display there. Whoever learns more lessons from Oscar Bruzon's training sessions is going to be there. But I think Bangladesh has the edge for sure.
That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for lots more content as India prepares for the Asia Cup early in 2024.